Yo, what's shaking, AC?
Not much. What's new with you?
You look wonderful today.
What?
You seem more harmonious.
I know. It's just the weirdest thing. I just woke up like this.
Lots of new hair there.
Yeah, that's a lot of new hair.
Yeah, you look full on like with that dress and that hat. Like you got this Lainey Wilson look going, full on country.
You should see my pants. No, I'm just kidding. It's a dress actually. But I do like her pants. She's got the cool bell bottoms.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely great pants. How you been
Yeah.
doing this last week?
I've been good, thank you. A lot of travel coming up and lots of everything. That time of year, just things are really heating up. Well, weather-wise, maybe not so much, but just yeah, so many things come up in the fall that just back into things. It's like the lazy, hazy days of summer.
Yeah, it
Are,
feels like at the beginning of the year, everyone makes all these commitments that they want to get stuff done throughout the year. And then
yeah,
they just chill during the summer. And then when the fall and winter come around, they're like, oh no, I've run out of time. Need to get all this done now. So they start going out to starting businesses, buying franchises, trying this and that and whatever, going to the gym. And it kind of dovetails into a lot of ideas of like success and, when you start and how you start, whether you should start or not. And it got me thinking about courage versus confidence, because like I was thinking about you on stage speaking at an event, right? And I was thinking, would you describe that as confidence or would you describe that as courage? And it started rattling around in my brain, and I just wanted to know what your thoughts on that whole concept there is.
mm, yeah. Well, yeah, I definitely love the idea of thinking about what helps, like sort of the behavior or the psychology behind what leads to people taking action. Because, as you know, I'm really big on one of our core values at AC Inc. is action equals growth. And I'm just really big on like helping people just take the action that they're resisting taking. So that love the question. And so I think a lot of people think that when you ask like about the stage, for example, wow, you must have a lot of confidence. And it's like, well, it didn't start with confidence. Like it's like it starts with I guess having the courage, like not be, I mean, and actually having courage doesn't mean you're not afraid. It
Right.
means that you're willing to go into the fear and deal with it. But I would say that having the courage and courage meaning doing something difficult or scary leads to then having the confidence.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's a bit of a cycle. Like I don't like it's a cycle even in something you do regularly. Like with speaking, like there's times where I'm in front of a different type of audience or something.
Mm-hmm.
So then I go back into the fear a little bit and I'm like, okay, I do have some residual confidence from another time I did that, but I also have some fear because it's a new situation or I'm talking about a different thing and I might screw up. So that's where then the courage has to come in, and then I continue to build my confidence. So I think it's important for people to think like that, because if you think you have to have confidence to do something, then you won't do it because you'll be like, I don't have the confidence.
Right. Right. And what you need is courage. And people need to have courage every day of their life. When you first get your driver's license and you get in the car, like, you're going to need to drive for the rest of your life. So you need to have the courage to get behind the wheel on your own without a driving
Right.
instructor.
Even
You
if
know
you
what I mean?
don't, even if it's scary.
Yeah, in the
Yeah.
face of fear, despite or in spite fear, you do it anyways, right? You have that courage. And that's what I think propels a lot of entrepreneurs and business people is they don't know how it's going to happen. They don't have the confidence yet because they haven't seen those little wins, that
Mhm.
gives them the confidence. They just go, I have courage, I have to have courage. There's people riding on me. I'm a different sort of breed that has courage even in crazy situations. And I just go get her done. And then when you have that success, one after the other, you start building confidence that you have an underlying asset that has some value to it.
Okay, so if anybody's listening and they're like, I definitely don't resonate with the way that that was just worded.
Okay.
Um, I just want to clarify that, like, I'm not only talking about big things. Like sometimes But you did mention little wins before. And I mean, like, yeah, there's times where we have to have the courage to do like a really big thing, but this also applies to things that are just a little bit scary, and maybe not even scary, but just something you don't want to do, right? I'm thinking of just franchisees, and often they struggle because they're trying to get all these other things done, and eventually it's like, well, you gotta get out of working in your business to work on it, and there's these things that like that's even a little scary, like, what if I don't work in my business and it falls apart? But I think that having that, like, even just the courage to do, like, go out into their community, like we talk about all the time, or the courage to hire a new team member, even though it feels a little scary or weird. Well, that's a bit of a bigger one, but I think it's really cool how even those little things, then they get little wins, and that little win gives you the confidence, right? And then you start to build confidence. So I think we have to sometimes make it smaller so that people can think of it more like something they can actually do. Because I know you can do anything, or at least you think you can.
Well, I don't know
I
that
can
I would have
throw
the courage to wear a wide brimmed hat. I'll tell you that.
You don't?
No, my head is gigantic. Do you know what I'd
Okay.
look like? I'd look like a spinning top, just top heavy, ready to wobble over.
Okay. Well, yeah. Anyway, I was going to say, yeah, and I have the courage to grow my hair really quickly.
Overnight.
Um,
Yeah.
uh-huh. By the way, I'm just trying to keep up with you, but yeah. So I think it's important for people to think about, like, because I think, yeah, and you and I, and we just talked about this recently in one of our rants, the consistency and the discipline to have to take consistent actions. Well, it's very tied to that, because if you get the little win from the little thing, then it motivates you to do it more. I think I talked about this in one of our previous rants, and it's embarrassing, but it works. I read one page a day of a professional development book every day. And obviously it sometimes turns into, you know, more pages, but I just know that I want to win at that. And it's like weird how, like, it feels like, wait a minute, I'm almost at the end of this book, and it feels like it hasn't been that long. It's not like if it was like a 365 page book, it didn't take me a year to read it,
Mhm.
So like it's like seeing the results, oh my gosh, I'm like on the last chapter here, and I only did was like a little thing, and I got a little win out of it, and it made the confidence to go take that same action again. I'm not saying that reading a book is scary, but it's not even just about fear. It's courage means also sometimes doing something you just don't want to do.
Yeah. The interesting thing here is that confidence is often circumstantial or dependent on circumstance. You can say, I have confidence that I'm going to swim 50 meters, and it's because I've swam 50 meters before. I have
Yeah.
confidence that I'm going to start a business because I've done it before. But if you're doing something new, like, I don't know, race car driving, you don't necessarily have the confidence because you haven't had those wins in the past. Whereas
Mhm.
courage is irrelevant of circumstance, because courage is applied all the time to a lot of various things, and so it has a more ubiquitous foundation. So when you get up in the morning and you give yourself a pep talk in the mirror, you shouldn't be saying, I am a confident individual. You're saying, I'm a courageous individual. I am confident in that scenario.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think that recognizing that in ourselves, and I think you can tap into other times that you did things that you felt the same way, and you did it and you achieved it, and go, I can do this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think, yeah, hopefully, hopefully we inspired some people to go take some little action. That's my,
Boom. Of course.
I mean, dude, go take some action if you're just listening to this.
Dude, bro. Okay.
Do the thing. Okay, I dare people, if they're seeing this on LinkedIn, I dare you to go take some action. Put in the chat, what's the little thing you're going to do that you didn't want to do that you're going to have courage to do? And then you're going to build your confidence on.
Okay. I second that challenge. Let's wrap it up.
Okay, let's wrap it up. You
All right.
ready? Okay.
3, 2, 1. Go be awesome.